What's up, pumpkin booties? I'm back with another video for y'all, but this will be on this video will be on this channel and my main channel. I just have to tell my pumpkin booty to send it to me so I can put it on my main channel. But actually, so therefore I should be saying what's up, pumpkin booties, and what's up, GWG guy? What's up, GW guy? What's up, GW guy? No, I'm playing. That's my channel. Pumpkin booties don't have a song for y'all yet, but we will have a song for y'all. So in the midst of y'all waiting for that song, you might as well like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell, boop, so you can get updates on the new videos that we post. You feel me? I still got on this questionable wig, but you know, it's all good. In the neighborhood, we all living our best lives. It's our birthdays, at least that's what we dress like. So today, since ooh, let me get right up into the screen up in here. You feel me? Oh no, I'm trying to get less focused, more thick. There we go. So because no, I have to zoom in a little bit because I look looking weird. Okay, so because my boyfriend posted his achievements and things of that nature regarding his weight, I'm gonna post about my trials and tribulations with depression. While eating a granola bar. It's salty and sweet. That's true. Woo. This granola bar slap. Alright. So, he drank the rest of that water? He did. Ooh. So, I'm currently 22, and I definitely lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin my whole life, but I was really like a Milwaukee baby. Like I back and forth from Chicago to Milwaukee because I had a bunch of family in Chicago. I had a bunch of family in Milwaukee. Still have a bunch of family in Chicago. Still have a bunch of family in Milwaukee. So we Milwaukee, you know, natives. But I just remember me being younger and me being very, very different than most like status quo black girls. Like I didn't like anything that other like little black girls liked. I didn't like at the time I didn't like makeup. I didn't like dressing like girly. I didn't like any of that. I was the type of girl who liked to play in the dirt and like, you know, collect rocks, and that just wasn't like popping for other people. It was really hard for me to like make friends just because of like my backstory and my back history and all the things that I went through. Everybody knew about it at my middle school. It was kind of hard for me to make friends. I've been a dark-skinned little girl. I was very insecure. I had a lot of insecurities. I still have insecurities to this day. Being a 22-year-old dark-skinned woman, I have a lot of insecurities, you know? I think it was like my 8th grade year where I had my first like suicidal thought, and it came to me out of nowhere. You know, it was just the thought of like, maybe, you know, everything would be better if I just, you know, finished it. Like I just didn't care. I just ended everything and it didn't matter. I got my 8th grade year. But then, like, I would hear people tell me, like, it gets better. I'm going to tell you why that, like, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't keep telling people that. I mean, y'all should really dead that saying, because it's just not helpful. So, hence, I moved on to high school. High school was really, like, the year where, like, I became, like, really insecure and just, like, didn't know who I was without, you know, being around my twin brother. And so being around my twin brother gave me like confidence and made me feel as if, you know, I was, you know, cool or wanted. I'm sorry, cool or wanted or needed I had a twin brother named Nicholas, and he was just cooler than me. He did everything that normal black teens did, which was like, you know, party, talk crap, you know, flame each other, well, all that stuff. He was a normal, cool kid. And so people didn't mess with me because I had Nick. Fast forward to my sophomore year, when I ended up taking care of my grandma, and he ended up going to a detention center. So, that was like, when he left, that was like my lowest point. Like, I knew I wasn't have any friends. I knew anybody wouldn't talk to me. La 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 la. But, depression is really funny because it manifests in different ways. I was thinking these things all on my own in my head, when in all actuality, there were people who were openly being my friends, being nice to me. I made friends. I had friends in high school. It was just my depression made me feel so alone that those people were null and void. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that was what I was going through because I never went and got tested for it. I never went seen a doctor and never went, you know, talked to anybody. So all throughout high school, I'm thinking these really dark things, and I'm not actually my reality because I was going through depression. I'm trying to think of an incident that isn't so dark as the one I was gonna talk about. No, gotta be honest. So, I was in my junior year. I had a great day. This is how you know I had a great day. It was a great day. I was smiling, I was happy, I was joyful. And then all of a sudden when I got home, I think it was because like I knew at school that I was gonna have fun, I was gonna see my friends, I was gonna laugh, but then there was always the ideal of like going home. And my homework just was not, it was not okay. You can, and this is for any parents that may be watching or any kids that may be watching and know your parents do this. Your parents can buy you everything in the world. It doesn't make them a parent. No, it makes them a parent. It doesn't make them a mother or father. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have the support, like the emotional support or the emotional understanding that I should have had at home. And that's what in turn made it so self-internal. Because like my mother doesn't even know these things. So like my mother worked all the time. My dad worked late. And if he didn't have a job, he wasn't checking on us. So, junior year of high school, tried to drown myself in the bathtub. Let me explain. I'm 6 foot. I was 6 foot my junior year of high school, and it just wasn't working. My tub was too small. It was too much. I was doing a lot. But like afterwards, I like sat in the tub and I just cried because like I shouldn't feel like this, you know, I'm young, man. And then, you know, I called like a couple friends, and of course they told me it gets better. I'm gonna tell you at the end why you should stop saying that to your friends. You should dead that whole saying together. It's not okay, it's not good, it's not okay. But so, you know, listening to them, I'm like, it will get better, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. It'll get better, I guess. So after that, because I'm trying not to get emotional. After that, I went to my senior year. My senior year was great. I lived a lot in my senior year. I was happy. I was focused until like towards like the like super end of my senior year, where I was gonna graduate, and I didn't even get the recognition that I was supposed to get for graduating high school. I was the only one of my mother's kids who actually graduated high school. And I never got the recognition I was supposed to get because my mother, the type of mother who lives off of, you know, holding stuff in the past and holding stuff that has nothing to do with me against me. I graduated, and the whole entire graduation, she thought that I was lying. That I did not graduate high school and that I was just making up stuff and da da da. And she never even, you know, gave me the credit that I deserved. And I was really pissed because I went through a lot in my high school years with my depression and everything, and I was just so proud that I had, you know, even accomplished graduating, let alone staying alive, you know what I'm saying? So it was like really dark for me. And then at the end of my senior year, like my mom was just like, yeah, like you 18, like you gotta find a job so you can get out. Yep. So I was like, I don't really think that that's like a good idea. I think I was 17 and a half. I'm not really sure. Maybe I was 18, because I know I'm kind of confused about the timeline. Maybe I was like 17 and a half, maybe going on 18, not really sure. But I know that I moved out. Oh no, yeah. I was 17. I was 17, and then I moved out when I was 17 and a half, like closer towards my birthday. I ended up getting a job with this organization called City Year. That's neither here nor there until I started talking about it. But yeah, my senior year was just all kinds of just like turmoil, and you know, I had thoughts, but I was just like, no, like you finna move out, you finna be on your own, you finna live, you finna do everything you ever wanted to do. Like, come on now, like stop playing, like you finna be out here, guys. And when I was 16, I worked at a youth center with some kids, and I just thought that that was like just amazing. I loved working with kids. I loved teaching them about themselves. I loved, you know, educating them on Black culture and, you know, Black history and stuff like that. And you know, it was just beautiful. And so my senior year, I signed up for City Year, and then by September, October, November, December, yeah, by September or October, I was moving into my own apartment. So I had got all my stuff. I was ready to move. I was ready to get out. I was ready to just say bye. And I left when my mother wasn't there, and you know, it was all good until, you know, I started working for City Year, and it was stressful. It was more stress than I could handle. And then on top of that, I didn't know nothing I was doing with my bank account. I didn't know nothing I was doing with nothing. Like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to do my taxes. I didn't know anything, and my parents never taught me. So it was just a whirlwind of stress and anxiety, just trying to figure out everything that needed to be done and everything that was going to get done. And I had another thought, like, this wouldn't be this hard if you just, and so I did. I took a bunch of pills, and I attempted, and it didn't work out, and I was so sad and I was so hurt, because also within that year, like, this was more like down the line, like what I'm talking about, this was more like into the school year. Like, it wasn't like when I first started City Year I was just stressed. Like, no, when I first started City Year, it was calm, it was cool, it was collected. You know, we was just doing trainings and stuff like that. And then, you know, later on within the year, like, I want to say like halfway through the year, like, I just got to a really bad point. And it also because, like, I lost so many family members in that 1 year. Like, it was like a year of, like, you know, fuck with Nicole. Like, I had lost so many family members in that 1 year that I was just confused. And they were on my mom's side, and it just bothered me, like, to a point where I was just like, like, it would just be better to just, like, be gone. And so I took a bunch of pills, and, you know, it knocked me out, but it didn't, you know, do what it was supposed to do. It just made my stomach hurt really, 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 really bad. Like, really fucked up my stomach. And so to this day, I still have, like, really bad stomach problems. Acid reflux I had already had, but I think it, like, kind of just, like, made it worse. Because there's, like, things I can't eat, and things that, like, there's things I can, like, try to eat and, like, try to get away with, but then there's some things that I just, like, no. But yeah, that was a dark place for me. And then I think within my second year, City Year, I started to find myself more. I started to understand who I was. I started to understand who I wanted to be. And I started to understand, like, yeah, I like kids, but don't want to work with kids. So that was a realization that I came to. I really love music. I really love art. I really love, like, writing poetry. I love performing. I love doing all of that. Like, that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to focus on. But I got done with City Year, got my own place, started working for COA again. And I tried to pursue what I wanted to pursue, and I was just being doubted left and right. Like, moms was down to me, peoples was down to me, like, it was just all, like, doubting me. And then, like, my mom would act like she supported me, but it was only, she only supported me when I had slams where I was winning money, okay? And so it was just difficult, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And in my mind, I'm thinking the whole time, like, now back to the you know, it gets better. In my mind, I'm thinking like, all these people done lied to me, like all these people done told me like it gets better, it gets better, it gets better. When is it ever supposed to get better? And you know, I'm just like crying, and I'm upset, and I'm just like pissed, and you know, it's just all difficult for me, and I really just didn't know how to navigate it. And I was about ready to, like, you know, do what I had to do. This was like, this had to be like, I was done with City Year. I was working for COA. I had my own place. I was living with my sister at the time, and like the second year of City Year, and so I was staying with my sister, and we was just like working on it. And then like once City Year was done, I ended up working for COA, and that was like plug. And so, you know, but even there, like I was just down and like depressed, and like my sister noticed it, and she started talking to me about it. And then like she told me like, yeah, like, you know, people tell you it gets better, but what they don't tell you is that it only gets better if you work to make it better. Ding 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 ding. So that was the thing. Like people kept telling me like, oh no, it just gets better, it just gets better, it just gets better. No, it doesn't get better until you work to make it better. It's like saying like, oh, it'll get done, but you ain't got the oven on. Like, no, the meatloaf won't cook if the oven is not on, my guy. Like, so that was the best advice somebody had ever gave me, because every time I thought about like, so like now every time I thought about being sad or down or broken or anything like that, you know, I would always think like, oh, people told me it would get better. And then I would think, but it'll only get better if you make it better, if you work to make it better. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing that. I started eating different. I started exercising. I started getting back into like things that I love to do. And eventually it like all came back to me. And then, you know, like life hands you lemons. So we had to move out of our place. I had to move back into my mom's. And then like 2 months after living in, like, no, 3 months after living in my mom, like, I came back. Like 3 months after I had moved back into, I had to count up the days, the months. 3 months after moving back into my mom's, my brother, like my brother had took his life, my older brother. And it's crazy because the night before that, like I was really in like a real bad place. Like the night before he took his life, I was in a real bad place, and I was like, you know, I was telling myself like, I'm ready, like I gotta do this, like I gotta leave, like I don't want to be here no more. And so I had like a bottle of like allergy meds that I was gonna take, and I was gonna take all of them motherfuckers, and I just sat there, and then something told me like, this isn't like, because the reason I wanted to was so stupid, just so stupid, just dumb, just so stupid, just the dumbest stuff I ever thought of in my life. Like thinking back on it now, I'm just like, oh my god, girl, you are so fucking dramatic. Like, but at that time I wasn't being dramatic. I was really hurt, I was really sad. But yeah, I was gonna kill my life for something so petty. And then like something in my head was telling me like, this ain't the worst pain you felt, like this is not gonna be the worst pain you've ever felt, and you definitely need to like prepare yourself. And I'm like, what? So like that night I lay down, I tried to go to sleep, I couldn't go to sleep. I like could not go to sleep to save my life. I couldn't go to sleep. Like no matter how hard I tried, I just could not sleep. Like, and so right around like 5 something, I started to fall, 5 something in the morning, I started to fall asleep. I got a call at 6:55 in the morning, and it was my aunt. She's like frantically like screaming on the phone like, your brother killed himself, your brother killed himself. Like people keep calling me telling me your brother killed himself. And I'm like, bro, say word that that's what they telling you, bro. Like say word, because I'm over here like, bro, some spirit just told me last night that this wasn't gonna be the worst pain I felt, and now y'all telling me that my best friend done like took his life, bro. I can't handle this, bro. Like I should have off myself last night. Like that's what I was thinking. And so coming to find out, he really did. And it's like the worst pain I had ever felt in my life. Like my whole stomach hit like my whole back at the pit of my stomach. Like I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like I couldn't feel nothing. Like it was like the worst day of my life. And then I knew like depression will try to clown you, depression will try to give you these false ideas of what your life is and what your life ain't, based on the things that you value most, and it's not the case. Like, you got to keep your mind focused. So like after he passed, like I started meditating heavily, started trying to eat different, you know, and eventually I got back into my groove. I got back to who I was. You know, I found out, you know, what was gonna hurt me and what wasn't gonna hurt me, and what I was gonna allow to take me and what I wasn't gonna allow to take me. And I decided that my life was worth more than just, you know, these false ideals that depression tried to imprint in my head. And then know that, like, it gets better if you work to make it better. If you gotta go to a therapist, if you gotta get on meds, if you gotta talk to somebody, if you gotta start meditating, if you gotta start, you know, entering yourself in a different way, like if you gotta start eating different, if you gotta start drinking different, then you do that if you really want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna happen overnight. Like, I'm still not out of my, you know, my struggle with depression. I'm still not out of my, you know, my cycle with it, you know. I'm just in a better place, you know what I'm saying? Got a boot thing and everything, but that doesn't make, you know, that doesn't change the fact that, you know, you still go through depression, you still have sad times. I still think about my brother, I still think about his daughter, I still think about my twin brother who locked up now. And you know, I don't let those things like make me, you know, sad. I grow from those things, and I try to build myself up to know that this pain don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get through it as long as you believe in yourself and you believe in working towards getting better. You'll get better. So if y'all ever want me to go into detail about the specific times where my mind was fucked up, then just let me know. But this was all over the place because it was random. My boyfriend just texted me and was like, oh, you can make a video for your channel and our channel, and I was like, okay, whatever. But if y'all like this, please give it a thumbs up, a comment, a like, and subscribe. Follow all our social links down in the description box below. And best believe, I love y'all punkin' booties. And also GWG gang, I love y'all too. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope that it helps somebody. Peace, love, Batman. Jeez. Woo!